freedom of speech, the petition.
On the last date of hearing, we inquired whether the learned ASC has met any of the petitioners, and he's candidly stated that he had not. He's not required to, because AOR engages an ASC. But then it raises questions about these kind of petitions. Please read the petitioners, array of petitioners.
Sayyid Ibn Hussain, ex-IG police. Hassan Mahmood.
No.
Ji.
Where does he live?
Lahore, DHA Lahore, Kent.
Next comes
Hassan Mahmood, Joint Secretary, Cabinet, retired, House F74, Islamabad. Raja Sher Bilal, Senior Vice Chairman, Punjab, International Human Rights Movement, address at Chakwal. Professor Ibrar Ahmed, Principal, Wings College, Chakwal. Hossain Faisal, Advocate, Behria Town, Islamabad. Muhammad Asif, lawyer and ex-president of District Bar, Chakwal.
So they took the Supreme Court for merry-go-round. Purpose has been served now. What purpose? The very opposite of what they wanted to achieve has been, may have been partially served, which is relief to journalists. What is their purpose? How has their purpose been served? Their purpose was to constrain freedom of press. We are ready to hear them, but this sudden coming of the petition, when does the petition come? In the year 2022.
Yes.
देखिए आजकल जो है ना, very selective reporting is being done in the media and sometimes outright lies. ठीक है, इसका जिक्र नहीं आएगा कल. इसीलिए हम अब अपना खुद ही चलाएंगे YouTube channel. Why have these people disappeared? Why is the council disappeared?
My lord, as a matter of law.
Now, are we being used? The Supreme Court is being used to counteract your petition. I'm talking about the original one, 4.
Yes.
This is the year 2022. And what brings person from Lahore, Islamabad, and Chakwal together? Neither the profession, nor the residents. So, why are you silent?
My lord, there are certain...
Mr. Iqbal, your friend may be upset with you. Mr. Haider Waheed.
There is, my lord, he is the advocate. I don't think that makes a difference. He's only the advocate. The issue is, of course, there is dubious...
Salahuddin Ahmed, when we were practicing law, was it not a duty of the advocate to be in attendance?
Yes, my lord.
Has that been, now it is up to whenever I feel like coming to the court, I'll come. There is no adjournment application. There is no intimation from him that he's not well. Why is this? So we're being used.
What I'll say is, sir, that if the matter was of public importance back then it was a matter of public importance today. It is not a petition for personal rights that can be withdrawn, or in these kind 184(3) petitions, once you lay the information before the court, then you are required to, nothing has changed, no new law has come that would have made the petition infructuous.
On the contrary, their concerns should have been aggravated because of the relief that you were given. Why are you doing this? I mean, they're not been given any relief, this petitioner. So it's now, it is violation of due process. Attorney General, would you like to assist us on this?
It is, sir. I don't
Are
see...
any of these petitioners, the 6 of them, at least 1, 2 reside in Islamabad? Any of them in attendance here?
I don't imagine.
जो हमने नाम कॉल किए इनमें से कोई शख्स इधर है तो आए सामने.
Besides, the prayers are quite bizarre. जो prayer की
देखिए मेरिट पे तो हम कुछ नहीं कहना चाहते ना. अभी तो हम, the only thing which comes to light is this petition is I'm not saying it's a good petition or a bad petition. The fact is, it's contrary to what the petitioner, let's call them the genuine petitioner, wants, which is the journalist.
Yes, it is. It is. I think
And they are saying,
opposite to what,
how many laws
they are
have they cited? That all these laws, we are prepared. It's not we deciding the matter, but then come and assist us. They've listed on page 14,
Yes.
11 laws, that all these laws, various prohibitions they place. Now, we're not deciding it. Why? How is he saying it has borne fruit? I can't understand.
Federal government has not shown-
Unless it's some other kind of fruit.
Federal government clearly hasn't done anything which would result in bearing fruits as far as
It
these
says,
prayers are
since the federal
concerned.
government is looking into this matter.
No, we've not.
It's not the federal government who's looking into this matter, it's the Supreme Court who's looking into the matter.
That's right.
Federal government has been, your statements have been recorded, but those statements
In relation to
are in relation to Mr. Salahuddin Ahmed's
not in
petition.
relation to the prayers that they have sought.
Yes. So how does that make this infructuous?
It is not.
अब देखिए ना, देखिए मैनिपुलेशन जो होता है. जब you talk about independence of the judiciary, does this enhance it or undermines it? You have a genuine petition, by all means, bring it forward. And it's been pending. We've started hearing, a lot of orders have been passed, and suddenly the withdrawal comes. So I'll use the court for my object when I want to. Shall we issue notice to the petitioners?
I suppose. I mean,
Tomorrow they may come and say, we never
If the-
instructed for withdrawal of the petition.
if the application is, I'm sure the application is on instructions of the petitioner.
Yeah, दिखा दें, application वापस दे file.
Because surely
It's a one-pager.
the basis on which this application has been filed is unfounded. The federal government is clearly not looking into
मेरे-
anything which has been.
मेरे साथ तो कोई affidavit नहीं है. इसमें कोई affidavit लगा है? Is there an affidavit supporting the
There is
application?
an affidavit of fact, sir,
By whom?
by the AOR, sir.
अब AR को क्या पता है? हमने पहले भी instructions दिए हुए हैं कि facts, affidavit of facts, all he can do is affidavit of service.
Yes.
I have served in this. Facts, how any affidavit of facts you can say anything about?
And this fact of the federal government looking into this matter is surely not something the federal government agrees to.
No, but it's not even factually correct. We are looking
That's
into the
right.
matter. We are not
That's
the
right, sir. I'm stating here, sir, the federal government is not looking into what is being prayed for. I mean, we are not looking into
I think आजकल लोगों को interest नहीं है. आजकल interest है बस हर चीज, everything is being contaminated. I don't think we should let go. Let the petitioners come forward. Huh? Petitioner को बुलाएं. The duties of an AOR वो भी आज गायब हैं.
Supreme Court rules taking in.
Withdrawal का भी जरा दिखाएं. Order 33 rule
Says
यही है कोई और होती है.
general inherent powers of the court. Yes.
Withdrawal वाली तो लास्ट डेट पे कुछ ऐसी बातें हुई ना, कुछ सवाल जवाब शुरू हो गए, विड्रॉ कर लो. विड्रॉल की कौन सी प्रोविजन है? Which is the provision dealing with withdrawal?
My lord, order 15, I believe. Order 15. Gee, it talks about withdrawal of appeal, but this is appellate jurisdiction. Um, 2015. Now, sir, this order deals with the appeals, but chapter, so order 25 deals with petitions under 184(3), and there is no rule which permits withdrawal of these petitions. So appeal के लिए तो है वो order 15, withdrawal की वो permission हो सकती है, but under order 25, the petitions under 184(3), there's nothing permitting
I think the
withdrawal.
time has come to start teaching law and constitution.
There is nothing in
डाल
this
दो
permitting withdrawal.
184(3), कोर्ट का टाइम जाया करो, पर्पस कर लो, फिर चले जाओ.
And by very nature, these petitions are for a larger public purpose. They're not
Yes.
individual grievances. Therefore,
Naturally they were taken note of.
and that is why perhaps
This side is saying one thing, the other side, so it's relevant. I would say it's relevant. Whether I agree with it or not is a different thing, but which we can only determine when we hear all the parties and decide the matter.
27 है ना?
27 नहीं मांगे ना.
और सुनिए, और दिलचस्प चीजें सुनिए. इसके साथ लगा हुआ है नोटिस. अटॉर्नी जनरल साहब जरा इस तरफ मुखातिब हो. नोटिस दी जा रही है, सुनिए. टू चौधरी अख्तर अली, एडवोकेट ऑन रिकॉर्ड, सुप्रीम कोर्ट ऑफ पाकिस्तान, इस्लामाबाद. Please take notice that I have filed CMA for withdrawal of constitutional petition number 27 of 2022, filed on behalf of the petitioners in the Supreme Court of Pakistan, Islamabad. Notice कौन दे रहा है? अनीस मोहम्मद शहजाद, एडवोकेट ऑन रिकॉर्ड. एक एडवोकेट ऑन रिकॉर्ड दूसरे एडवोकेट ऑन रिकॉर्ड को नोटिस दे रहा है कि मैं पिटिशन विड्रॉ कर रहा हूं, क्योंकि उन्होंने कहीं पढ़ लिया होगा सुप्रीम कोर्ट रूल में एक नोटिस देना जरूरी है. किसको देना है वो उनकी अभी तक समझ में नहीं आया है.
there is one thing, जी उसको.
Have you understood what they are doing? One advocate on record is serving notice on another advocate on record that I am withdrawing the petition. ठीक है. Then there's an affidavit of service. The jokes don't end here. I, the above named deponent, which is Anis Mohammed Shehzad, take oath and state as under that I did serve the appellant of my having filed CMA for withdrawal of constitution petition number 27 in person in the Supreme Court of Pakistan. पहली बात तो इसमें कोई appellant है नहीं, petitioner है. थोड़ी सी जहमत करके पढ़ लें टाइटल. दूसरी बात, अगर उनको करना थी, नोटिस देना थी, तो वो petitioner को देते. एक एडवोकेट दूसरे एडवोकेट ऑन रिकॉर्ड को नोटिस दे सकता है.
And there is another something, sir, if I may.
जी.
Under Rule 11 of this Order 25, which applies to 184(3) petitions, it says Order 17, which applies to petitions generally, will also apply to this, to Order 25. So Rule 9 permits withdrawal of the petition.
Can you read it?
Ji, sir. This is, sir, if my lords may kindly turn to, and ladyship may kindly turn to Order 11, Rule 25 first. This is Order 25
11.
is application for enforcement of fundamental rights under Article 184(3) of the Constitution. And Order 11, sir. So Rule 11, the provisions of Order 17 relating to petitions shall, so far as may be applicable, apply to the applications under this order. This is Rule 11, Order 25.
मेरे पास रूल 11 तो है ही नहीं.
Order 25, Rule 11, sir.
Order 25.
Ji, Order 25, Rule 11, sir.
हाँ. Rule 11.
So this by reference makes provisions of Order 17
Rule 11.
Order 17 becomes
Order
applicable to these
17.
provisions.
17 में क्या लिखा है?
17 mein now there's this rule 9 and 17 which relates to withdrawal of petitions which are otherwise filed under
Apne zara.
185.
The petitioner
A petitioner who desires to withdraw his petition shall give notice in writing to that effect to the registrar.
पढ़िए.
Where the petition is opposed, the opponent shall, subject to any agreement between the parties to the contrary, be entitled to apply to the court for his costs. But where the petition is unopposed, or where in the case of an opposed petition, the parties have come to an agreement as to the costs of the petition may, if the court deems fit, be disposed of in the same way, mutatis mutandis, as a consent petition under the provisions of the last preceding rule.
there is no notice here.
So a notice had to be in writing to the registrar of this court. So there is no notice, there is an application before you. There is no notice to the registrar of this court.
देखिए. CMA number 2627 or 2024 has been filed in Constitutional Petition number 27 of 2022 seeking withdrawal of the case. Full stop. The application states, comma, in capital inverted comma, that since the federal government is looking into this matter now, and hence the petition has served its purpose in spirit, its ITS being withdrawn. Inverted commas closed. This application is signed by Mr. Anis Mohammed Shehzad, advocate on record. Full stop. The application is supported by a notice which the learned Mr. Anis Mohammed Shehzad has addressed to another advocate on record, informing him that he is withdrawing the petition, that he is filing that he has filed the said CMA for withdrawal of Constitution petition number 27 of 2022. Full stop. An affidavit of service is also filed by the said learned AOR, stating, comma, inverted commas begin, capital T, that I did serve the appellant, capital A, of my having filed CMA for withdrawal, inverted commas close, of the said petition. Full stop. The case was called, and neither the learned ASC nor the learned AOR are in attendance, nor any intimation has been received from them. Full stop. None of the listed 6 petitioners are also in attendance. Full stop. Next लिखें, Learned Attorney General for Pakistan, AG, states that disagrees with the contents of the application with regard to attributing something to the federal government. Full stop. On the contrary, learned AG states that it is the Supreme Court which is looking into the matter and the federal government. And he, on behalf of the federal government, has only given certain undertakings and made statements in court which, if at all, facilitate the petitioners in the other connected petitions, and not the petitioners in Constitution Petition number 27 of 2022. Full stop. Do you want to say something that you want to record, Mr. Salahuddin Ahmed? Sorry, you were saying
Just what I'm saying. If I may draw your attention to Rule 12 of Order 17, and I can read out. This empowers the court to require them to deposit costs which either be forfeited and...
the question is not so much of cost. The question is, where are these petitions being generated from?
जी, अगर ये frivolous हो और
तो frivolous तो हम पहले अभी तो नहीं फैसला करें ना, मौका तो दे दें उनको, शायद वो आगे
उस सूरत में होता है आपके पास
थोड़ा ऐसे बगैर सुने लोगों को नहीं फैसले करना चाहिए. अटॉर्नी जनरल साहब.
नहीं, absolutely sir.
Salahuddin साहब, do you want to add anything to this?
मैं सिर्फ यही कहूंगा कि सर पब्लिक इंपॉर्टेंस के मामलात में the petitioner does not have personal discretion to withdraw when he wants. यहाँ भी सुप्रीम कोर्ट में भी सर वो हनीफ राही वाले केस में they did not allow. In the high courts there are numerous judgments where these kind of petitions are filed and then people reach a private settlement and try to withdraw. So the court disallows.
Have you reached a private settlement with him?
The petitioners may be called. Sir.
Have you reached some private settlement with them?
Where will we, sir? We are only a journalist body. What resources do we have?
नहीं, हम पूछ रहे हैं. अगली दफा मेरी खबर अच्छी छाप देना, ये भी तो हो सकता है ना. जरूरी तो नहीं है कि पैसे ही हर चीज होती है. क्या खबर लगना है, क्या खबर नहीं लगना है, क्या खबर कहाँ लगना है, क्या खबर कितने मिनट चलना है, क्या खबर किस टाइम पे चलना है, ये भी तो सारे फेवर्स हो सकते हैं जो आप दे सकते हैं.
We have no idea who the petitioners are, sir. They may be called.
अच्छा. And does the petition support you or oppose you?
Sir, we are opposed to the prayers and the grounds in the petition. They tend to limit the freedom of speech, while our petition is to protect it.
इसमें लिखिए, learned Mr. Salahuddin Ahmed submits that the petition, that's CP number 27 of public 2024, is at odds with his petition. Well, is this, you're okay with this? We're quoting you.
Yes.
As he represents those who want to protect, did you use the word, or enforce?
Protect the freedom of speech, sir.
Protect the freedom of speech, whereas the petitioners in CP number 27 of 2022 seek to restrict it.
Curtail it.
Seek to curtail it. What's the other point you made?
My lord,
he further states that since this court has taken cognizance of the matter, since the petition was filed under Article 184(3) of the Constitution of the Islamic Republic of Pakistan, and since this court has taken cognizance of the matter, the petition the petitioners have no right to withdraw it, and the matter rests with the matter is in the discretion of the court. Correct?
yes.
Full stop. Anything else? In view of the fact, since there is nobody in attendance, and on behalf of the petitioners, nor are any of the six petitioners, since no one nor the six petitioners are in attendance, and as the notice for withdrawal was served by one AOR on another, and there is nothing to show that they were acting under instructions of the petitioners, it would be appropriate to issue notice to all the 6 petitioners in CP number 27/2022 who are directed to be in attendance personally on the next date of hearing. Full stop. Notice we also issued to the said to the learned to Mr. Anish Mohammed Shehzad, learned AOR, copy of the order passed today to accompany the notices. Full stop. So I think there'll be a difficulty giving a fixed date. Do you have any other grievance that we can attend to in the meantime?
सर एक जरा इशू है मतीउल्लाह जान साहब वाले केस में I understand the PFUJ, their body has done its own fact-finding inquiry. If the learned Attorney General would ask the ongoing investigation, कि वो कम से कम वो उनसे तलब कर लें.
Attorney General, if there was one case which I may categorize, I may be wrong, as an open and shut case, it would be that of Matiullah Jan. There is video recording of it.
जी.
I mean, you know, others you may have face blank walls, may not know, but if a video recording and does not inspire confidence in the police, if even such a case cannot be solved, the impression that we may gather then is that you may not want to solve it. Why do you want to carry? Things have been done wrong unless we don't rectify them.
Absolutely.
अभी ये तो वो वीडियो आ गया, अब भी नहीं आपको मिल रहा सकता है. हमने बलूचिस्तान में बैठ के
My Lord,
on the basis of video हमने करवा लिया था. पंजाब फोरेंसिक साइंस एजेंसी को भेजा, उन्हें उसका वो निकाल दिया कंपोजिट लोगों का, और वो अखबार में उसको प्रिंट हुआ, उस पे इनाम मिला. कोई आ गया आदमी, बताना नहीं चाहता था कौन है, मैं जानता हूं इनको, और मसला सॉल्व हो गया.
My Lord, in this case also, Punjab Forensic Science Agency has given, based on the videos, has given its report, and
report की क्या बात
अब उसके बाद action होना है उसके ऊपर, which hasn't been taken.
Sometimes the report doesn't show anything, the faces.
नहीं, उसके बाद फिर इनको
So if they show the faces, then why is the government not putting advertisement in the newspaper that we're looking for these people?
My Lord, I will now follow it up with the
It's
Ministry
not
of
a case
Interior
of
and
an
Defense.
individual.
Yeah,
It's a case of the journalistic community.
that's right.
Not only that, but of every citizen. Can't you even solve this one?
My Lord, on it, and I'll make sure that the police
Because
does.
then be ready for the
substantial
final
steps.
order that will come, which may not be to your liking.
And I'm sure they're.
Whilst we don't like interfering in investigations, but we can certainly call upon the government to investigate properly. We're not saying who is the guilty party. That's your job to find out. But the fact is, do so. तो अभी तो क्योंकि हम adjourn कर रहे हैं, क्योंकि ये दूसरी बेंच ने सुना था, फिर मसला होगा, पूरा इनको आर्ग्यू करना होगा दोबारा.
My Lord, in the meantime,
तो ये
police जो है वो.
And if he has some information, take it on board, send it to them. Now, if we don't want to get bogged down into a particular case,
ठीक है।
Are you having difficulty accessing the office of the Attorney General, Mr. Salahuddin Ahmed?
Not personally, but I can't say.
नहीं, कभी कभी होता है ना कि आपकी वो आपको कुछ देना है, इनको ये राब्ते में नहीं आ रहे हैं या कांटेक्ट नहीं हो पा रहे हैं, ऐसी कोई बात है तो बताइए।
नहीं सर, ऐसा नहीं है। अगर I believe that the report, my client doesn't have it, but the report was prepared by the PFUJ. It was headed by a committee
Which report?
of सर एक PFUJ ने जब ये मतीउल्लाह जान का
नहीं, रिपोर्ट क्या मतलब, वो इन्वेस्टिगेशन कैसे करेंगे?
उन्होंने अपनी जाति जो
तो उनको पता चल गया कौन है?
नहीं सर, ऑब्वियसली नहीं, बट जो उन्होंने इन्वेस्टिगेशन प्रोसेस में जो चीजें
गाड़ी का नंबर, गाड़ी का मॉडल, लोगों की शक्ल, कोई ऐसी चीज वाजे हुई?
सर वो जो रिपोर्ट थी वो तैयार की थी हामिद मीर साहब ने।
भाई रिपोर्ट तो छोड़िए ना, अब लोगों के नाम छोड़िए ना, अभी वो अब आप नामों के लिए हम नहीं करना चाह रहे हैं, उसमें निकला क्या था? कोई लोगों की शक्ल वाजे तौर पे साफ है, गाड़ी मॉडल से कभी पता चलता है, कलर से, कभी नंबर से, कभी जाली नंबर प्लेट लगे होते हैं, वगैरह वगैरह, कुछ क्लू ऐसा है जो इनको मदद करेगा?
सर हमारे पास वो रिपोर्ट नहीं है, मगर
आपकी रिपोर्ट की बात हो रही है।
सॉरी,
आप कह रहे हैं हमने कोई रिपोर्ट बनाई?
नहीं सर, आई एम स्पीकिंग फॉर मतीउल्लाह जान. He does not have a copy of that report, and I don't
No, you
represent
said PFUJ has
Sir,
done
I'm not representing the PFUJ. I don't have that report.
I thought you are representing.
No, sir, I'm representing the Press Association of the Supreme Court.
आप क्यों सो गए? PFUJ को आप रिप्रेजेंट कर रहे हैं, आप उठ नहीं रहे हैं, हम आप ही के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं।
जरूरत अभी पड़ी है तो
ये जरूरत तो बड़ी देर से चल रही है।
ये 2629
नंबर ना, प्लीज नंबर ना कहिए। कोई आपने रिपोर्ट बनाई है? हाँ ना, मुझे नहीं पता।
मुझे इसकी कोई इंस्ट्रक्शन नहीं है।
भाई तो आपके क्लाइंट कोई मौजूद नहीं है तो पूछ लें उनसे।
कभी नहीं।
देखिए, अगर आप इतना केयरलेस एटीट्यूड लेंगे टुवर्ड्स प्रेस फ्रीडम, फिर मत आइए, आप घर में बैठे हम लोग इनका केस चलाएंगे। ये पार्टी क्यों बने आप? फिर
ये रेफर
आप पार्टी बने हैं?
यस वेल,
तो क्यों बने, किस लिए?
अब इस बारे में तो मुझे कोई इंस्ट्रक्शन
भाई तो कम से कम कोई आए ना आपके, तो ऐसे तो नहीं चलाए ना।
शुड हैव बीन समवन, लेकिन
शुड हैव बीन समवन क्या? अब ये सारी हमने बातें कर ली, अब क्या हम लिखेंगे? ये बता रहे हैं कोई चीज, कोई होता बता देता, हाँ ये रिपोर्ट है भाई, इसकी कॉपी है, देख लो भी इसमें क्या लिखा है। हम मफरूजों पे, सलाउद्दीन साहब अभी हम मफरूजों पे तो नहीं जा सकते हैं। ये कह रहे हैं मुझे कुछ पता ही नहीं है इसके बारे में, क्या करें? अब हम आपकी बात को इनकार तो नहीं कर रहे, मगर कोई ये कमिट तो कर लेना एक दफा। फिर ये आप इनको कहेंगे कॉपी दे दें, आपको इनको दे दें, सरकार को दे दें। भाई ऐसा करें, अगर कोई ऐसी रिपोर्ट है आप उसकी कॉपी इनको भी दे दें और अटॉर्नी जनरल के ऑफिस को भी दे दीजिए और हमारे सामने भी फाइल कर दीजिएगा।
I'll do it.
ठीक है। एंड प्लीज, इफ PFUJ is based where?
ये वैसे उसको
Where is it based?
एक PFUJ जो है कराची में उसका हेडक्वार्टर,
यहाँ उनका कोई मेंबर नहीं है।
लेकिन अभी इस वक्त नहीं है।
नहीं, जब कोई और केस में आ जाएगा, हम इसी वक्त की तो पूछ रहे हैं ना। आप ऐसी बातें तो हमसे ना करें ना, इस वक्त नहीं है, ये अचानक केस आ गया।
At present there is no one.
This was a case date by court matter. Please take it seriously, or you're not interested, but why become party? At the moment, you're not showing interest, seriousness in the matter. We are showing more interest than you are.
ये पॉइंट आउट किया, I'll seek
भाई ये बात तो असाइड है ना, वैसे भी कुछ जरा इंटरेस्ट दिखाए ना इस मैटर में।
बिल्कुल दिखा।
आप आए भी नहीं, हमें पता ही नहीं कि PFUJ, मैं समझा ये रिप्रेजेंट कर रहे हैं PFUJ को।
I was here before.
तो हियर से तो कुछ बताए ना, आप खड़े हो। I was already under the impression
Your
that
Lordship,
Mr. Salahuddin Ahmed was representing him. Then I've been corrected by him that he does not represent. So which association are you representing?
Press Association of the Supreme Court, sir.
तो गोल तो आप दोनों का एक ही है या फर्क है?
Goal common है सर, goal common है।
आपने इनकी दरखास्त देख ली है?
अच्छा। My Lord, I've just been handed over a fact-finding committee report
आए?
by Mr. Hamid Mir, sir, who was heading the committee. I'll give them a copy.
अब ये तो आप लोगों का अपना आपस में ताउन है।
My Lord, I'll give them a copy.
ये कब बनी है ये रिपोर्ट? नहीं, जरा मुझे दिखा दें, ये कॉपी है इसकी?
This is the only copy. sir.
Original है ना? This is the original.
कोई इसमें तारीख ही नहीं है ना, कोई तारीख है इसमें, क्या लिखे हैं? ये वापस ले रहे हैं इसमें लिखिए मिस्टर सलाउद्दीन अहमद लर्निंग क्या Learned Mr. Salahuddin Ahmed states that he has heard that some report that in the matter of the abduction of Mr. Matiullah Jan, of abduction of the journalist Mr. Matiullah Jan, Pakistan Federation, what is a PFUJ stand for? Pakistan
Federation of Union of Journalists.
Pakistan Federation,
Federal Union.
Union of Journalists.
Federation.
पूरा नाम बताइए ना
Federation.
Federation and Federal Union. Federation.
Pakistan Federation of Union of Journalists.
Pakistan Federation of Union, capital U of Journalists, bracket में PFUJ, had prepared some reports.
It's not federation,
Federal.
it's federal.
Okay.
आपको अपने क्लाइंट का नाम तो पता होना चाहिए तो ये क्या सॉरी दिस इज सो केयरलेसनेस
Federal Union.
क्योंकि उर्फ आम में उसमें PFUJ कहते हैं।
उर्फ आम में ही जो दे आर योर क्लाइंट उर्फ आम में तो हम गलती कर सकते हैं आपको तो नहीं करना चाहिए ना आप तो उनके वकील हैं आप क्या उर्फ आम में अब कौन सा नंबर हम खुद ही देखते हैं क्या नंबर है आपकी दरखास्त का
2629 of 2024 in SMC number 4.
एक सेकंड 262 फेडरल यूनियन ऑफ जर्नलिस्ट इसमें कहीं तस्करा है रिपोर्ट का
उस रिपोर्ट का नहीं है।
तो क्यों नहीं है
Your Lordship, because
बिकॉज क्या मतलब एक रेलिवेंट चीज को आप सप्रेस क्यों कर रहे हैं
मतलब Your Lordship बात ये है कि इस वक्त इनका कोई नुमाइंदा नहीं है and
भाई आपने इसका तस्करा क्यों नहीं किया इसमें
I
पिटीशन
have
में
no
अपनी?
information, no instruction in this regard. ये तो अभी सलाउद्दीन साहब ने पॉइंट आउट किया है।
तो रूनुमा भी हो गई ना रिपोर्ट
अभी
ये तो
हो
ऐसी मफरूजों पे बात तो नहीं कर रहे थे अब तो पक्की बात हो गई
ये अभी तक
इनकी बात तस्दीक हो गई अब
Sir, if I may, I've just gone through this report. This is by RIUJ, not PFUJ.
अब वो कोई अलग इदारा है
RIUJ, it doesn't explain what RIUJ.
I think it's a regional subsidiary of the PFUJ.
अच्छा नहीं इसमें वो भी है पार्टी
ये दोनों है जी।
इसमें वो उनका नाम है रावलपिंडी इस्लामाबाद यूनियन ऑफ जर्नलिस्ट
Yes, so ये उनकी ये fact finding committee बनी थी and
तो क्या लिखा आपने जरा पढ़े उसके PFUJ के बजाय कर दें रावलपिंडी इस्लामाबाद यूनियन ऑफ जर्नलिस्ट ब्रैकेट में RIUJ कैपिटलाइज्ड फुल स्टॉप नहीं वर्ड कॉमर्स में कर दीजिएगा ठीक है वो बदल दीजिएगा
ये RIUJ
फुल स्टॉप
ठीक
Learned Mr. Shah Khawar represents RIUJ and Pakistan Federal Union of Journalists, PFUJ, and states that he has filed that these two organizations want to be impleaded as a party and in this regard have filed CMA number 2629/2024. Full stop. आप इनका स्टांस सपोर्ट कर रहे हैं सलाउद्दीन साहब का अपोज कर रहे हैं
सपोर्ट कर रहे हैं
हाँ
सपोर्ट कर रहे हैं
He further states that he supports the petitioners represented by learned Mr. Salahuddin Ahmed. Do you have any objection to them being impleaded? No. Do you have any objection? No. इसमें लिखिए learned Attorney General and Mr. Salahuddin Ahmed does not oppose the said application. Accordingly, the said application is granted. ठीक है यहाँ लिखिए Mr. Salahuddin Ahmed states next paragraph में that he believes that a report regarding the abduction of the journalist Mr. Matiullah Jan was prepared by RIUJ full stop Learned Mr. Shah Khawar states that that if this is so, he will provide a copy thereof to the learned Mr. Salahuddin Ahmed and learned AG and file the same through CMA in this court. ठीक? So आपको पार्टी बना दिया है. और कोई एप्लीकेशन है जो हम निपटा सकते हैं जो विदाउट हियरिंग द केस?
My lord, there's CMA 3051 which has been filed today.
30 जब भी ये करें. ये क्या है?
ये सर इस्लामाबाद पुलिस ने फाइल किया सर. With the updates.
It would just tell us briefly what is.
So there are three sets of information contained in this report. One relates to the progress on red warrant, issuance of red warrant in relation to the two.
What shall we call progress report?
Yes, sir, progress report.
So Nick learned that AG has submitted progress report bracket में CMA number 3051/2024 copy whereof has been provided to Mr. Salahuddin Ahmed.
Yes, my lord.
ठीक.
My lord, on the last hearing, this Mr. Shahid Metla, who had conducted an interview, which was then later on published, and based on that interview, some information came forth. Police was able to record Mr. Shahid Metla's statement, and that statement is at page 8 of the CMA.
The same one you filed.
Yes, sir.
Pardon me?
As a professional journalist, I had conducted General retired Qamar Javed Bajwa's interview, which was published and is now in the public domain. However, I must clarify that I do not have any information regarding the individuals responsible for the firing upon my fellow journalist, Mr. Absar Alam, and torturing Mr. Asatur. So this is in relation to the other two incidents.
अगर उनसे ये पूछा, रिकॉर्डिंग की थी उन्होंने इंटरव्यू की,
वो ये कहते हैं कि जी एक्नॉलेज करते हैं कि वो जो कंटेंट है जो पब्लिश हुआ है that was how it is, but this is what
record भाई, you know, primary evidence, secondary evidence वगैरह वगैरह did he record the interview? I mean, ये क्या बात है?
My lord, they may ask General Bajwa directly, who claimed to have information.
Had conducted the interview.
Then वो primary secretary की बात नहीं रहेगी. They can ask him directly because he is supposed to have said those statements.
नहीं तो अब देखिए वही बात आती है ना कि वो नोटिस इनको देंगे, वो नाराज हो जाएंगे. मुझे क्यों नोटिस दी? कल आप आ जाएंगे शहीद मेटला की तरफ से सेक्शन 160 की नोटिस दे दी. कौन सी नोटिस देते हैं उनको? भाई प्लीज आ जाओ. भाई इनका पहले स्टेटमेंट रिकॉर्ड करेंगे. इन्होंने तो कुछ बताते नहीं है, ना डेट बताते हैं, ना टाइम बताते हैं, ना कहाँ इंटरव्यू हुआ है. सॉरी, दिस इज नॉट जर्नलिज्म. जर्नलिस्ट मेंटेन रिकॉर्ड्स. आई हैड कंडक्टेड. अब हरफ आखिर तो नहीं हो जाता है ना. On such as to give it credibility to your own statement, on such as a date at such as time at his residence in a cafe at my house. What did he say? कुछ तो बता देना. उसका ट्रांसक्रिप्ट ही लगा दें इंटरव्यू का साथ में. बस मैंने कह दिया. बस अब आप उनको नोटिस देने. लास्ट डेट में यही सारा डिस्कशन हुआ था कि वही आर्ग्यू जो आप कर रहे हैं, आप वही हमसे आप काम करवा रहे हैं कि उनको हम 160 का नोटिस दें, फिर वो हमारे सामने आ जाएंगे.
सर वो इंटरव्यू का ट्रांसक्रिप्ट तो मैंने लगा दिया है, फाइल पे है.
हमें क्या करना है उससे ना भाई. हम तो इन्वेस्टिगेटर नहीं है ना भाई. ये तो नहीं मतलब है कल कोई और चल जाए. सॉरी टू से
वो नहीं किया.
वी हैव सीन सम वेरी डाइसी. ये हम इनके बारे में बात नहीं कर रहे हैं. ऐसी ऐसी खबरें चलती हैं जिनका कोई बुनियाद ही नहीं होता है. अगले दिन मेरे वाइफ के मुतालिक झूठी खबर चला दी. भाई चलो ठीक है, चलाते रहो. अब हम सुबह से रात तक सिर्फ क्लैरिफिकेशन ही देते रहे. अनरिस्पॉन्सिबल मीडिया हाउसेज. ये तो होता है ना, फ्लाई बाय नाइट कोई यूट्यूबर ने चला दी, कोई कॉन्सिक्वेंसेस नहीं है. हम किसी को कंटेम्प्ट नोटिस तो नहीं हर चीज को देंगे. आप कहेंगे ओहो जर्नलिस्ट को कंटेम्प्ट नोटिस दे दी. है नहीं है कि भाई वो चीफ जस्टिस उस मीटिंग में मौजूद. भाई थोड़ा सा खौफ करें. हमारा तो नहीं करें, अल्लाह ताला का सच बोलने कभी कभी कंप्लीट फैब्रिकेशन। अब ये बस हो गया, क्योंकि हमें वो नंबर ऑफ ट्वीट चाहिए ना, इतने हमें ऑफ हिट्स चाहिए, अच्छा लगता है आ जाए खबर में। अब हम पूरे दिन बैठे डिनाई करते रहे, कोई अकाउंटेबिलिटी, सेल्फ अकाउंटेबिलिटी हम चाह रहे हैं कि कोई हो नहीं। अब हम नोटिस दें, कंटेम्प्ट क्या, बताइए आप, हमें भी तो हेल्प कीजिए ना। फ्रीडम ऑफ प्रेस, हम आपसे बार बार पूछते हैं, कुछ झूठ के बारे में हम क्या करें, चलने दें। तो सबसे ज्यादा झूठ बोलेगा वही बिकेगा बस बाजार में। यार सब लोग कह रहे हैं, अच्छा तो सच हो गया। वो चीफ जस्टिस की वाइफ ने तरदीद नहीं की, या मैं तरदीद करूं बैठ के? Don't nod your head.
My lord,
It cuts both ways.
Yes, certainly. Where falsehoods are propagated maliciously, they should be punished.
I'm not saying they're malicious. They may be an honest mistake. ठीक है? They don't reveal their source. Oh, source हमसे ना पूछें। जब नहीं पूछते हैं, तो रिट्रैक्शन करते हैं, नहीं, वो भी हम नहीं करेंगे, क्योंकि हम तो उधर है ना आसमान पे, हम गलती कैसे मान सकते हैं? हम मानने के लिए तैयार होते हैं, रिव्यू जुरिसडिक्शन में गलती हो गई हमसे। मगर आप मुझे बता दें कोई जर्नलिस्ट रिट्रैक्शन किया आज तक? मैं आपको 2 झूठ तो मेरे सामने हुए हैं।
होती भी है रिट्रैक्शंस,
देखिए रेप्यूटेबल जर्नलिस्ट करते हैं, रेप्यूटेबल जर्नलिस्ट।
बिल्कुल, और करनी चाहिए, अगर गलत चीज हो तो रिट्रैक्शन करनी चाहिए।
व्हाट डू वी डू? आई मीन, कोई पिटिशन फाइल कर दे अपनी मर्जी की, चलाओ, 2-4 प्रोग्राम बनाओ, फिर विड्रॉल कर लो, फिर कुछ और खबर चला दो बस। Maybe we should order that all money earned by YouTube, you should, गलत हो फिर उसको, उससे काटें हम पैसे। What do we do? देखिए, it's not, I don't care about you run any false news about me, I don't care, but it destroys the credibility of the institution. Or you think it doesn't?
No doubt. False news, fake news.
What will the people think? The wife of the Chief Justice is sitting in a formal meeting. I mean, what will they think?
Lord, some news reports are so absurd that perhaps no one believes them.
But this, why will not someone believe this? I mean, you know.
हमने अपनी सीएम
आप प्लीज ठहर जाए ना, आपसे नहीं कर रहे ना बात। आप तो अपने जरा क्लाइंट से अपने इंस्ट्रक्शंस पूरे कर लेना। What do we do? Sir, there is, if you're serious about this case, then give us solutions also.
My lord, I've stated.
You, first date, you said issue contempt notices, but can't there be something less than that?
My lord,
फिर उसको हम चार्ज फ्रेम करें, फिर उसको जेल भेजें, हम क्या करेंगे? उससे हमें क्या फर्क पड़ेगा?
My lord, जब egregious, and that's why I'm saying egregious and malicious stories are published, I believe the remedy is contempt. If it is on a lower level than that,
Now, what would you
then civil
categorize this as, a
defamation
lower level or higher level?
Sorry, sir.
What I just gave you is a factual thing stated as a purported fact. Is this lower or higher level?
My lord, I cannot say I've not seen that, but
भाई हमने आपको बता दी ना फैक्ट्स, यही उन्होंने कह दिया अपने थंबनेल में, फिर अपनी न्यूज में।
my lord, perhaps your lordship would also see the implication and the prejudice caused by the publication. Sometimes that is very, very serious. Sometimes there's misreporting that doesn't, directly undermine.
If
So that
anybody,
balance would have to be there.
if I'm allowing anybody to interfere in my official functions, I think it undermines the credibility of the judiciary. It's not like I was having tea at cafe so-and-so and turned out it's not cafe so-and-so, it's someone else. Okay, fine, what difference would it make? Nothing. But this is aimed, I mean, I can say it's aimed at undermining the credibility of the institution. I only see it like that. And उससे जरा नोटिस ही भेजेंगे कि हम तो सोर्सेज अपनी नहीं रिवील करेंगे, तो फिर इसका मतलब आपकी सोर्स नहीं है, आप खुद मैन्युफैक्चर कर रहे हैं चीजें। Stand by your story and say, please, this is becoming a unguided missile. I mean, it consumes everybody. Whoever can just get the maximum number of tweets or hits, and that's how people earn money, I think. If they were not paying money, they would not be doing these things. So, Aldin Saab, You're an officer of the court first and foremost,
Yes, sir.
not a counsel in the case.
Sir.
The solution.
Sir,
Will even your association eject such a person? No. Say, yes, we will eject this person from our membership. Will the media house where this person is employed do anything to this person? No.
the way.
No, because that person is bringing more viewership.
Yes, sir. And the
So
way.
आप मुझे जवाब ये दे दें, अगर कोई जर्नलिस्ट साबित हो जाए झूठ बोल रहा है, आपका एसोसिएशन उसकी मेंबरशिप कैंसिल करेगा या नहीं?
Sir, most of them are.
नहीं, आप मुझे बताएं ना, हाँ नहीं करेगा.
No, I'm sure they'll do
नहीं,
it.
श्योर मुझे ये बताएं ना, मैं आपको एग्जांपल दे रहा हूँ ना अभी.
I'll ask them this. Of course you will.
कि जब ये खबर चली थी ना तो उसके बाद
नहीं ये खबर नहीं यार जनरली बात पूछ रहे ना
Saying, sir, that if their journalist has published false news, then proceedings against him happen.
What proceedings?
It is,
नहीं, हम आपसे बात करेंगे.
sir,
बताएं क्या proceedings?
sir,
हमारे डिसिप्लिन
उनको एक वार्निंग दे देंगे. हाँ,
मेंबर है डिसिप्लिन में नहीं आता हम उसको शोकस भी करते हैं
कोई किया पहले
शो कॉज करते हैं गालिबा.
फिर क्या करेंगे? पूरा चलते रहे ना.
एसोसिएशन
फिर क्या करेंगे?
एसोसिएशन से फारिग कर देंगे.
फिर क्या हो गया उसको?
कुछ नहीं होगा सर उसको.
फिर
मैं यही इसीलिए तो अर्ज कर रहा हूं सर कि जो हमारे यहाँ द इशू दैट आई अंडरस्टैंड इज
देखिए हम
that damages are not ever affected. In my life, at least, I've not seen damages against any media institution to any kind of effect that would actually hurt them. And that encourages impunity. So if that system and that the reason why that doesn't happen, there are a couple of problems, there are also delays in the system. But because of that, when there are no consequences to false reporting, then obviously it does get encouraged. We are not here to support fake reporting.
No, I'm not even suggesting that you are. I'm never suggesting that. Then you misunderstood me. I'm saying, is there a solution or there is none?
So the solution is, if I may, in England, for example, your lordship will
No, but
record-
there is defamation.
या, सर मैं यहाँ की बात बता रहा हूँ. यहाँ के channels जो हैं, वो England में they have had to shut down their business.
Yes.
And because damages were awarded against them. Damages over here in civil suits, I have not seen any damages actually being executed in a defamation case in at least 25 years, sir. The problem is, and there is also the process takes so long.
सूट डिक्री भी कर देगा ना, उसकी अपील, रिविजन, कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन पिटिशन, CPLA, तो वो person will say, sorry, I approached the court, I made a mistake.
Bilkul. And we need to think about how to make that process more effective. If we are to ensure that newspapers and journalists become more responsible. That is the problem, that the process is so ineffective.
देखें, एक तो है ना पेनल्टी, एक है correcting error mistakes yourself. Okay, let's take our own example. If a judge goes wrong, there's an institution called the Supreme Judicial Council. ठीक है? But there is none the other side. We're not saying we want to interfere. You interfere yourself. Yeah, who's saying that we want to interfere? But the problem is all these PFUJs, this, that, the others, right? Do they attend to this aspect of the case at all or no? Right? We want to make press fearless, independent. At the same time, you know, ये ऐसी बात है ना, वकील को कोई डिसिप्लिनरी कमेटी में कभी किसी ने कुछ किया है उनके खिलाफ, आप लोग सब उनके साथ सपोर्ट हो जाएगी. No one will stand with the truth. वो ये ट्रेड यूनियंस बन गई हैं सब. हमने तो करके दिखाया है ना आपको, आप लोग भी हमें करके दिखा दें.
Lord, there are
आपके आप लोग कुछ नहीं करते हैं, आपके इदारा भी मॉरिबंड है, डोरमेंट है. हमने तो आपको करके दिखाते हैं ना, हम ऐसे बोलते नहीं, हम करके दिखाते हैं. आप हमें कुछ करके दिखा देना. रोना धोना ये भी ठीक, बस अभी हम नोटिस देंगे तो आप देखिएगा आप सब आ जाएंगे, उनके साथ खड़े हो जाएंगे. एंड आई डोंट वांट टू डू दैट. और स्पेक्टिकल बनाएंगे आप हमारा. ये बताए ना, यही होगा ना, या फौरन खड़ा हो जाएगा, वो उनके मेंबर होंगे, वो पीएफयूजे का मेंबर होगा तो फलां का होगा जी, हमला हो गया सुप्रीम कोर्ट का प्रेस फ्रीडम पे, अब क्या करें। देखिए ये जब तक अब मुआशरे तरक्की करते, जब हर शख्स अपने इदारे की तरफ देखे, इससे पहले कि बाहर इंटरफेरेंस हो। आपके मैं खुद अकाउंटेबिलिटी करता हूँ, आप मेरे इदारे में मत उंगली करिए, डोंट इंटरफियर, बट दैट इज नॉट हैपनिंग। आप कहते हो डैमेजेस करो, भाई डैमेजेस भी करने के तो फायदा क्या है? हु वांट्स टू गो टू डैमेजेस? It's not the damages, it's not the money the person wants. Person wants to preserve their integrity. Suppose the person doesn't want any money. I don't want money.
The money in defamation cases is not for the compensation of reputation. You can't ever really compensate for that properly. Another purpose of those damages is the punitive effect
I'm just
on the person who does the wrong.
I'm just saying
That is how it.
I'm giving you an example of a reporter working with an established media house.
Look,
एक होता है ना lone wolf, भाई who not accountable to anyone.
In the established media, they have editorial control committees.
अब कहीं दुनिया के कहीं भी जगह होती है ना, every story must be verified.
Yes.
I mean, I don't know of anything else. यहाँ तो you've even crossed the lines into opinions and reportage. दुनिया में ये भी नहीं होता है. The two are distinct. Or they say, this is my opinion. They don't say this.
Sir, all the media houses have editorial control committees. Some of them are effective, some of them are not. That is an issue, certainly.
We will suffer in silence. Because freedom of media is dearer to me. But I will just point out this problem. करते रहे. अच्छा, और ये हो गया, और क्या था? तो आप क्या ये बार बार आती, आपकी क्या नंबर है पिटिशन का? आ गई हमारे सामने आज.
The committee, it's still pending. Please have 1 minute to speak on this.
You have filed a petition.
I filed a petition on the 14th of February. Petitions filed after mine have been taken up.
Who are you? First of all,
In the Connect. I'm
identify
a
yourself.
Karachi-based journalist. I do work on digital rights.
One second. What is your name?
Fariha Aziz. I filed a petition on the
1
14th.
minute. Let me write it. Faria. How do you spell it?
F-A-R-I-E-H-A.
I-E. G. And you work with, which organization you work with?
I work with a digital rights organization called
I'll
Bolo
speak slowly.
P.
What organization?
Bolo P. It's a digital rights group, but I am appearing in person.
Digital
Rights group.
Rights.
B-O-L-O-B-H-I.
B-O-L-O.
B-H-I.
Bolo B.
G.
Okay. Okay. Now what do you want?
I filed a petition on the 14th of
What's the
February.
number?
3077 of 2024. The diary number was given. It is still before the committee.
Okay. Now the problem is if you pick up the Supreme Court Practice and Procedure Act 2023, this power no longer vests in the Chief Justice. This
I
power-
understand.
Sir, can you just
Ji,
wait?
ji.
Have patience. The committee matters are put when the urgent applications have been filed. I've just been told that you did not file an urgent application.
I had filed a petition. I had referenced. Okay.
Please don't just understand the difference. If you had asked Mr. Salahuddin Ahmed, he would have guided you. You could have asked Mr. Shah Khawar, he would have the number of other lawyers. So we don't know. There are thousands of petitions filed. We don't know what is what. So you can't just come and stand here and say my case unless it comes through the committee, it lands up before the Supreme Court. So what we can now do, if you care to file an urgent application, it will be put up in the meeting of the committee next. And since we are adjourning the matter, your case will also come up if it pertains to the same matter.
Very well, I'll do
What
that.
is it pertains to the same matter?
It does. It challenges the constitution of the JIT, the notices issued by the FIA, and the broader pattern of harassment by the FIA.
But that is being taken care of by Mr. Salahuddin Ahmed.
I have some separate.
No, why do you, why?
I filed my petition before this.
You want to, fine. Do you want to add something to what Mr. Salahuddin Ahmed is
I
saying?
do.
ठीक है. So now,
I'll move an application.
please file an urgent application. I mean, it's not our job to advise you. Take advice from lawyers. Why is it not happening? Pick up the law. It's available on the web. It's very easy. Two-page law. You just file an urgent application. That's all.
Very well,
That
I'll
will be
do
put
that.
up before the committee. I would have loved to grant it right now. I don't have the power to do so. Nor does this. It has a procedure has been spelled out. So, चलें आपका तो मसला हल हो गया
Thank you.
फिर since it's being adjourned on the next day तो आपका भी इंशाल्लाह आ जाएगा if the committee approves. I trust it will approve it जी. कोई बात थी? हाँ शायद खबर साहब आप कुछ कहना चाह रहे थे बीच में.
लॉर्डशिप मैं अपनी मारूजात पेश करूंगा नेक्स्ट
आज हम नहीं चला रहे हैं ना अगर कोई बीच की बात है कोई ऑर्डर शॉर्डर हम उसको
कोई
attend
सच कोई नहीं है इसमें।
हाँ
ऐसी कोई जरूरी नहीं है इसमें।
अच्छा अगर एक और अगर आप लोग क्योंकि अब adjourn हो ही रहा है तो अगर आप आर्टिकुलेट कर लें if you want to file in addition to your verbal submission some
योर लॉर्डशिप
your submissions in writing
माय लॉर्ड
you may do so.
ये करते
We won't write it but you can do so.
ठीक है
ठीक है?
We'll do
Because that technically should be passed by the other bench the order.
योर लॉर्डशिप
Chale. So then we'll adjourn it. I'll just see when I don't know the availability and I'll have to find out. It will have to come back to the same bench. Unless you want to argue again, फिर हम fresh कर देंगे मतलब time बचे थोड़ा.
Why?
हाँ
I'm ready for both causes, sir.
नहीं अगर आपके interim मसले हल हो गए हैं ना तो our anxiety was that. And the other matters are important matters, so they need a good detailed judgment. So we are, that is what I at least would want from it.
Okay,
So the better the assistance provided, hopefully the better the order will be.
I'll do my best, sir.
We'll also do
Sabar is always, Sabar is always excellent.
इंशाल्लाह विल डू।
Challenge. Next call करें.